Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Tara Ferbianti and number student ID is 2003050060. And I'm from the English Education Study Program and I will discuss about table manners. The dinner table is the center of the teaching and practicing not just of table manners but of conversation, consideration, tolerance, family feeling, and just about all the other accomplishments of polite society except the minute. Judith Martin. Table manners are the rules of etiquette used while eating, which may also include the appropriate use of utensils. Different culture about different rules for table manners. People who hasn't known and experienced table manner might find it complicated because there are many etiquettes. Table manners were designed to keep people from scarfing food down like animals, so learn them before you eat with others. One of the most important thing to keep in mind is that you should never call attention to yourself by blatantly breaking the rules set by society. A. Etiquette. Modern etiquette provide the smallest number and types of utensils necessary for dining. Only utensils which are to be used for the planned meal should be sealed. Even if needed, hosts should not have more than their utensils on either side of the plate before a meal. If extra utensils are needed, they may be brought to the table along with later course. 1. Starting to eat. If you're if you are eating out, you should wait until all the members of your group have been served before picking up your fork. At a private dinner, after the host have hosted and pick up your fork when he or she does. However, if you are at buffet, you may start when there are others at your table. 2. Napkin. The basic function of the napkin is to wipe your fingers and blot the mouth. When after sitting, unfold your napkin. Do not open your napkin by shaking it. Open up discreetly under the table and place it your lap and down tuck it in your collar. After the host or hostess has placed his or her napkin in their lap. 2. Place your napkin in your chair if leaving the table during the meal. 3. Don't use napkin as a handkerchief. 4. When the meal is completed, the napkin is folded loosely and placed to the left of your plate or in the center of your plate, setting if your plate has been cleared. 3. Fork. Tables are often set with two or more forks meant to be used for different courses. For example, a salt fork, a meat fork, and a dessert fork. It should not be necessary for the dinner to distinguish between types of forks. Forks are used in order from outside to inside. Once the meal begins, utensils should be never touched on table, as no one enjoys the sight of a soiled tablecloth. In American style, also called the zigzag method or fork switching, The knife is initially held in the right hand and the fork in the left. The European style, also called the continental style, is to hold the fork in the left hand and the knife in the right. B. Roll table manner. Table manner are the rules of etiquette used while eating, which might also include the appropriate use of utensils. Different cultures observe different rules for table manners. Here are some examples. 1. United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, the host or hostess takes the first bite unless he or she instructs otherwise. The host begins after all food is served and everyone is seated. Food should always be tasted before salt and pepper are added. Applying condiment or seasoning before the food is tasted is viewed as an insult to the cook, as it shows a lack of faith in his her ability to prepare a meal. In religious households, a family meal might commence with saying grace, or at dinner parties, the guest might begin the meal by offering some favorable comments on the food and thanks to the host. In a group dining situation, it is considered impolite to begin eating before all the group have been served their food and are ready to start. 2. India. In formal setting, the host requests the guests to start the meals. Similarly, one should not leave the table before the host or the eldest person finishes his or her food. It's also considered impolite to leave the table without asking for the host or the elder's permission. Normally, whoever completes first will wait for others and after everybody is finished will leave the table. A cardinal rule of dining is to use the right hand when eating or receiving food. Hand washing, both before sitting at a table and after eating, is important. Cleaning with cloth or paper tissue may be considered unhygienic. 3. China. Sitting and serving custom play important roles in China's dining etiquette. For example, the dinner should not sit down or begin to eat before the host or guest of honor has done so. When everyone is seated, the host offers to pour tea, beginning with the cup of the eldest person. The youngest person is served last, a gesture of respect for the elders. Just as one Western culture's communal utensil, chopsticks and spoons, are used to bring food from communal dishes to an individual's own bowl or plate. It considered rude and unhygienic for a dinner to use his or her own chopstick to pick up food from communal plates and bowls when such utensils are present. 4. South Korea. In formal setting, a meal as commenced when the eldest most senior dinner at the table partakes of any of the foods on the table. Before partaking, intention to enjoy the meal should be expressed. Similarly, satisfaction or enjoyment of the meal should be expressed at its completion. On ocean, there are some dishes which require additional cooking or serving at the table. In this case, the youngest, lowest ranked non-child Dinner solved from this task. When serving, dinners are served the meal, including and beverage, whether tea or alcohol, in the descending order starting with the eldest highest ranked dinner to the youngest lowest rank. Usually, dinners will have a bowl of soup of the right with one bowl of rice to its left. Alternatively, soup may be served in one large communal pot to be consumed directly or related to individual bowls. Dining utensils will include one pair of chopsticks and one spoon. Common chopstick etiquette should be followed, but rice is generally eaten with the spoon instead of chopstick, as eating rice with chopstick is considered rude. Thanks. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.